Yeah, so we made it out of the UK, and as you can see, we're in the not so sunny Mexico right now, and we got our new apartment sorted out in Mexico City just about a week ago, but you can probably tell we're a long way from Mexico City right now. So I'll be getting onto all of that in just a moment. And there's some pretty crazy crypto stuff to talk about as well. Some good, some bad, and some very ugly. And you probably already know what the ugly one is. But this video is going to be pretty much, I would say, unedited. I've got another travel day ahead tomorrow, so I'm not going to have time to really edit any videos. So whatever happens in this video is going to stay in. Any pauses, any missed words, any weird stuff that happens, it's probably just all going to stay in. But so much to talk about. So it's been an absolutely insane sort of past 10 days or so, and some for good reason, some for not so good reason. And again, I'll be getting onto all of that in just a moment, but the rain is about to fall here in Veracruz, and I really hope that this Osmo camera is at least a little bit waterproof, because it's pretty expensive and I don't want it to get absolutely destroyed. So I'm taking a risk walking up the beach. The tide's coming in as well, so again, if I get swept away, you'll see all of that as well. But starting with crypto, we've got some very differing things going on. We've got some amazing stuff going on. For example, SUIDEX is absolutely performing right now thanks to Crypto Mischief, Richie, there you go, there's one of the missed words. He's done an absolute gift for us by providing us with SUIDEX. Now, I'm by no means a whale in SUIDEX, but I'm earning hundreds of dollars per month in passive income just from staking my tokens in the Sui farms. So you've got things like single token options there where you can just plant some wrapped Bitcoin, the stable coins. You've got sort of wrapped Bitcoin and OKX Bitcoin pools you can get involved in that are paying like 50% APR. Absolutely phenomenal. And you've got some pretty incredible stablecoin pools there as well. I've also got plenty of the Victory token, which is the native token for SUIDEX. That's what you earn from being in the pools. Some Sui Trump and a few other bits and pieces, but that's really performing so well. So if you just want to go in with a single token, you can do that. If you want to be involved in the pools, you can do that. The single tokens have a slightly higher percent fee in and out. I think it's like 4% in and out, whereas some of the pools are like 1% or 2%. So really depends on what your timeline is. The weather is getting really bad now, and I'm quite away from the apartment, so I need to think about probably walking the other way, but I'm walking into the wind if I go that way. So I don't know, maybe I should just keep on going. You only live once, right? So yeah, Veracruz, it was beautiful. The reason we came to Veracruz, by the way, was for a wedding for a dear couple of ours. They grew up in Veracruz, they live in Mexico City, that's where we met them. But they came back to Veracruz for their wedding. The weather was absolutely perfect, unlike today, and it was an amazing day. We are cutting our trip a little bit short because some crazy stuff has happened. I'll tell you about that in a minute. I'm going to get back to the crypto stuff. Another massive shout out to another dev doing incredible work right now, and that's Aaron, the founder and dev for Blue Protocol. Now, Blue Protocol, as you know, I've been doing videos on Blue Protocol for probably about 5 months now, since it was sort of first born, and some amazing stuff is going on with that right now. So now you can all on the Blue Protocol website. I'll leave the links in the description so you know where to go. But you can now bridge your G Blue. So if you turn your S Blue, your staked Blue, that's already earning 1.7% per day. You can bridge that over to Abstract and start earning insane APRs on the Arborium platform. So you can basically pair it up with wrapped Ethereum and earn like 300% APR. So you earn ABX tokens by doing that. And all the time you're still earning 1.7% per day, as you would anyway. So you're sort of double stacking the rewards. And when you earn the ABX token, you can either put that in your pocket if you want to, or similar to like SwapX, you can then vote with that. You can lock it up. When I say lock, you can actually still access it if you want to. So it's not like you're locking it for 4 years and you can't get to it. But you can lock your ABX tokens and then vote on your pool of choice. Now I'm doing all of my votes for the G Blue and Wrapped ETH pool because I'm really trying to pump that and really trying to support that, and it's got incredible APRs anyway. And then you earn incentives and bribes from that as well. So it's absolutely insane. So I've moved a big chunk of my blue portfolio over into the LP, over on Abstract. Now, it's very easy to do. I know my friend Peter the Arborist, good friend of mine, he's done a video on it recently. I might even link that in the description as well. I'll be doing one soon, but I just haven't got time at the moment with all the traveling. We're heading back to Mexico City tomorrow to our apartment, but I will be doing that. There's so much to talk about, it's hard to get it all into a single walk and talk, but I'm just putting it out there. That is absolutely printing right now. So if you thought 1.7% per day was good, you're going to absolutely love the fact that you can now bridge your blue over onto Abstract and carry on earning, but also now use the Arborium platform to earn some insane APRs. So there are two things that are absolutely printed right now. I wanted to give those devs a massive shout out. I'm not getting paid to mention those platforms or anything, no affiliate stuff, nothing like that, just stuff that I'm using, and it's doing incredibly well. So credit where credit's due. And moving on to something slightly uglier, Bitnest. Unfortunately, I've been in for around 6 months. I know people have been in for a year. The last 2 weeks, things have turned a little sour in that a lot of these loops aren't getting paid. Now, I've got like 3 outstanding loops. I've got, I think, 3 lots of $150 that I'm owed at the moment. Only one of those loops is paid. Only a $30 loop is paid. So I'm hearing that most people aren't receiving back loops that are over $100, which is a real shame. Now, Bitnest is saying that, you know, this is a delay and all of this will be paid eventually. And look, I hope it is. I hope it is all paid. I hope everyone gets their money back. But obviously, I can't warrant putting any more funds in until they come through with their sort of, their contractual obligation to pay what's outstanding. So I'm just sort of waiting like everyone else. I did bang on in every single video about sort of how I did a large loop for 1 month, took those profits and only played with house money. I think that's always a sensible thing to do personally with any kind of DeFi platform, no matter how much you trust it. But it's certainly, you know, something that I'm glad I stick to now. I've been stung before in the past by not playing with enough house money. Now I only play with house money in DeFi, but it's definitely unfortunate in terms of what's happening right now. And I've got maybe 3 loops that are due to expire in the coming sort of 2 weeks that are substantially larger. So I do hope that they pay out, but you know, this is DeFi. And as I've always said, if it's paying, I'm staying. Well, if it's not paying, then I ain't staying, quite frankly. So I've been updating people in my Telegram group and a couple of other sort of other groups as well. So definitely come over and join that if you want to get some more updates. I hope you can hear me, guys. It's getting really windy and the rain is really picking up now. So I'm going to start heading back to the apartment because things are getting crazy. The sea's getting crazy out there as well. I just thought it'd be a really cool sort of video to do before I head back to the city to get a little bit of coastline in. But yeah, so when we first arrived in Veracruz, it was a nice smooth flight. It's only 1 hour from Mexico City, and we had booked for 2 weeks actually a very nice apartment, private beach, pool, gym, loads of stuff for Mini Millions to do as well. We was going to chill out right through Christmas, right through till the 2nd of January. And we arrived around sort of 3 o'clock in the afternoon, check-in time. And security at the rather nice apartment complex had no idea who I was. Now, I know you find that hard to believe, but they had no idea who I was. They had no recollection of the booking. So anyway, I'm sort of messaging the host. I'm not going to give his full name on here, but Mr. Fernando, and absolutely no reply. I'd been messaging him for about 3 hours. I had to pay the cab driver, well I didn't have to, but I tipped the cab driver another 400 pesos just so we could sort of wait in the warm, because it was starting to, the weather was a little bit like this. And he agreed to stick around. I tried to get into the apartment with security with my broken Spanish for around an hour and a half, until the cab driver just wanted to bail. So basically, me and my family, Mrs. Millions, Mini Millions, just with our bags, basically on the side of the road in a completely strange area. It's getting dark, it's getting cold, it's starting to rain. So we basically walked across the road and found like a little Walmart thing, and took a little shelter in there. And I had to get onto customer service. Look, I'm going to name and shame a little bit. This wasn't through Airbnb. I couldn't find anything on Airbnb because of the time of year with the holiday season and everything. So I went for Expedia, and they use like Verbo, VRBO, and it's similar to Airbnb. And this place had amazing reviews, like 10 out of 10 reviews, thousands of reviews. And yeah, so basically I spent 2 hours on the phone, and we'd found a little coffee shop. Mini Minutes was so tired, he was kicking off, making everything way harder. And I eventually managed to get our money back from Mr. Fernando, but then I couldn't find anywhere to stay. So they were like, yeah, we'll cover you, you know, up to the price you paid, we'll reimburse you. I couldn't find anywhere within like 5 miles either direction. So eventually I found somewhere that looked pretty good. It was hilariously overpriced, like hilariously. It's like $4,000 for 2 weeks, really, which is quite hilarious for this sort of area. But anyway, I had no choice. So we went there in a cab. The cab got lost. It took an hour to get there. It was only really about 3 or 4 miles away. And yeah, we finally got there, started unpacking, switched the aircon on. It was a nice apartment, looked great. And then water starts flooding out all down the wall across the light switch. Absolutely insane. I had to call the host. The host was like, you can move next door, we've got another room. Anyway, so we moved. Excuse me, it's getting crazy out here. We moved to the next room, and that's where we've been for the last sort of 5 days, but we're like way too far away from everything. So I really just wanted to be, you know, close to everything, close to all the restaurants, we're really close to the beach, which is fine. But yeah, it's just not been the experience we wanted to sort of chill out over Christmas. So, well, we thought, you know, we've got an apartment in Mexico City, let's just head back there. So we've got a flight tomorrow, early morning flight tomorrow, to head back to familiar territory. It's been absolutely wild, but to be honest, the wedding was so nice that it was all kind of worth it in the end. So would I do it all again? Yes, I would. With great friends, and we had an amazing day. So anyway, like, little man's had a good time. So we've been on the beach a lot, and yeah, it's not always been like this. It was quite nice weather last couple of days. Anyway, so as you can see, I'm getting absolutely drowned right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm going to be doing more updates soon from Mexico City. I've got lots of stuff to talk about, and yeah, so definitely stay tuned for that, guys. I hope you're all having an absolutely amazing day, whatever you're doing. Stay bullish, and I'll see you all in the next video.